All right, so this is where the layout is right now. I went through and I put plaster over the foam risers so that I can glue down the road bed here. There are pieces of the road bed that aren't glued down, just little sections in between the 2-foot modules that I have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some zero point .02 styrene sheets, just a cutout underneath each piece of the cork road bed here that isn't glued down. I'm going to glue these onto the zero point .02 styrene sheet and then take the piece of rail that goes in right here and glue that down on top. And the reason being is these pieces need to be removable for when I pull apart my layout, for when I move. And if I glue the cork road bed to the styrene sheet, I can just pick it up all as one piece and pull it out. But I'll still be able to put ballast onto the rail to make it look like it's still part of the track, to try and hide the fact that this is a modular layout. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that or at least cut out and glue the road bed down. Maybe not the track pieces yet, but at least the road bed down for all of my little module pieces here. And I'll get to it. But for now, I do have all the plaster on modules 3 and 4 for the bottom of the hill main line done. I still need to finish working in this corner here, get some plaster down over here so I can actually glue down this cork bed, because it's only glued to where these T-pins are. I'll probably glue in everything that's back here as it's pretty much done and ready to go. The only thing I want to do before I do that is go get some board to put a fascia on the front of this and along the back and sides, just to kind of clean it up and make it feel a little bit more finished. I need to buy more track for the yard here. Once I do that, I can finish building the yard, and then I need to build the lift out section so that I can access the yard, because it will be underneath this mountain here. Once I've done that, I can finish actually gluing down all the foam I need for this layout and get moving with some of the scenery. I also went out and bought wire for the layout so I can start wiring it up and testing trains and see if it actually works. It's a lot of work to put in without actually knowing if the layout works or not, so hopefully I can get that figured out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just give you a quick overview of what I've done here, and just a little bit of explanation. So on the cork here, I've cut out little sections, labeled each of them, and those are the pieces that are going to actually be pulled out where the board splits. Like I was saying earlier, I wanted to be able to put a piece of track on that piece of cork roadbed that I've designed to be able to pull out so that you can remove the layout from this office a little easier. And this piece will be glued together, but it won't be glued down onto the board. So that's what the little tags with the numbers are. They're just reminding me where each of these cork roadbed pieces go, so that when I pull it apart and glue stuff together, I can kind of put them back where they need to fit. On top of that, I put some painting tape down. It's just what I have on hand. Any sort of masking tape should work. Just something that has a little bit of thickness to it. Duct tape even though that feels kind of like a waste. It's just on the outside of the corners to kind of give the rail a little bit of camber, a little bit of bank. If you look at the double track, super elevated double track from Kato, or Kato, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. It's actually banked. So I wanted to give my main line here a little bit of bank as well. So that's what the tape is for, is just add a little bit to the outside. And the outside rail actually sits on the blue tape there. And that'll give it a little bit of banking. So I went ahead and did that. I also came over here and drilled all the holes for the wires for the track that I have now. I still have a few more switches and stuff to drill in over here, but I want to buy those switches to make sure I'm doing it in the right spot first. But these holes with the PVC, I just have a 1/4 inch PVC pipe with a 3/16 inch hole drilled through the center of it. The reason I'm using this is so that I can feed wires from the circuitry underneath up through the foam to the layout. And if I need to adjust it easily, I don't have to worry about tearing up foam or the foam overheating if there's any sort of electrical issue that I don't expect to happen, but better safe than sorry. It also just makes it a straight feed, so it's easier to move the wires around as I need. And then I plastered the last little ramp down into the yard. I will need to cut across right here so that this board can actually split apart like I did over here. But I'm going to wait for this to dry first, and then I'll go ahead and cut it. And then the last thing I did was just plaster inside the corner here. Again, there's going to be a piece of PVC pipe here and here, so that's why there are 2 holes left. But I wanted to plaster that so that I can actually lay down the rest of this road bed all the way around the curve, and then hopefully get the wires soldered in, everything good to go, so I can start working on the rest of the mountain top here so that I can finish off this upper loop, because I do need to be able to get another piece of foam down here that'll line up with the top of this layer so I can put down the upper loop and continue with the rest of this as I get going. But as you can see, workplace is a little bit of a mess. I am cramped for space, and it's kind of a mess just because I've got a lot of stuff I'm working on here that I need to be cleared off. So I've just kind of moved it around. I know a lot of you might give me a hard time for how messy this is, but it is what it is. I don't have a ton of space, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. But as soon as I get all of the road bed put down and some of the foam in place, it'll be a lot less busy and messy. So hopefully I can get that done here in the next week or so. We'll see how it goes. Kind of just depends on the funds that I have. Like I said, I can't really buy the track back here yet until I get enough money to buy the track and then the material I need. I would like to go and buy a board for the fascia though sometime this week to see if I can't get that all in to continue working. So that's it for this video. This is where the track is right now, and I'll come back with another update when I've got more. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and go check out the Facebook page that I've made for the group, or for the YouTube channel here. You can go post your own layout or anything you want to say in that. It's a pretty cool group as well, and I'll post video updates just in case you haven't hit the bell icon when subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching.